like someone was asking like, hey, like, you know, how's life going? And I was like, well, I'm coaching. We're doing this AI business in volleyball.
All volleyball.
We have a podcast that I drive down to Morgan Hill for once a week.
It's about
to
volleyball.
talk about mostly volleyball. My girlfriend also coaches volleyball. And then some afternoons I go play some beach volleyball. So
Can I eat volleyball for dinner?
Mom.
Welcome back to the coaches group chat.
Week 3.
We all have lost our voices.
I'm doing okay.
Oh yeah, but your better half is
She took one for the team.
Bobby is home, not able to speak right now. I'm getting closer as we speak.
I'm feeling it for sure. This is the first tournament that I didn't double duty, like AM wave, PM wave. But still,
But it was PM
my
wave.
voice is a struggle.
PM wave is a killer.
Yeah, PM wave stinks.
It's the worst. PM wave to PM wave, and then like we were there till like 8 or 9 o'clock in the gym, and then you have an 8 a.m. match.
Yeah,
it's a crazy turnaround.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Usually, that's why most of the open divisions are in the AM.
Chad's like, I've been in PM every single weekend.
Just keeping my mouth shut.
This is his first time that he wasn't PM wave.
It's a beautiful thing.
15 open, we were in PM every single tournament.
Yeah, we've been AM the whole time. This is our first time.
So,
and I hated it.
Should we hop into our docket? We have many things to discuss. Chad's on a tight schedule here. He's got to be up for Polish happy hour in 4 hours.
Is that their happy
That's
hour?
not how time works.
8 a.m.
Hey, you never know.
Polish happy hour is at 8 a.m.
Polish
Nice.
happy hours.
It's not a lifestyle. Yeah.
Let's hop into a little SoCal Cup action. Let's talk about some finishes. You want to start us off? You had the best finish, so you can. I guess you can go first. You want to start at the top? You want to start at the top or the bottom? Where do you want to start here?
Hey, easy.
Yeah, we got third. I mean, I don't know. For us, it doesn't feel great, but we were close. We played Balboa in the semis. We had a great match against Sports Performance in the quarters. Or we played great.
I saw that. You guys looked sharp in that one.
Yeah, we looked sharp in that game, but we were battling with our own selves the entire weekend. I think it was we missed 52 serves on day one. It was a nice little we just started trying to figure out exactly what we're doing, hoping that the aggression on the serve is paying off by the end, but really we got beat on the serve at the end.
Yeah. You got beat by your opponent's serve.
Yeah, like they were cracking serves at us, and they were aggressive and
they were making them.
Yeah, and so we're trying to get to that point, I think, and we weren't there yet, and we were still close with them. I think our just numbers wise, we were not there at all. So like, I'm actually glad that we were that close and didn't play really close to our potential. But had some really good moments with my team this weekend. So I'm actually pretty satisfied with where we are at this point in the year, and very excited about the summer with this group. So
yeah, 18s group going into high school season. Last high school round. The loyal listeners are going to remember this well, but last time 1 year ago, to this day, to that event, the 15s I was coaching last year, we finished 9th, lost in the first round of gold. It was one of those matches where like the chain was just like, wasn't fully off the bicycle, but it was like kind of off.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get it going and it just keeps on just not clicking.
We felt that last tournament.
That was that was a little bit of the 15s again this weekend in the struggle. So Kyle Chamberlain, has been my assistant the past 2 seasons. We see the court we get scheduled on for the final day of play for SoCal Cup. It's the same exact court.
Oh.
And we were like, bad omen right here.
Redemption arc.
Yeah, a little bit of a redemption arc. We won the playing game, so we didn't finish 9th, but we did end up losing to 6-3 15s. Who they just beat us. We did not play our best game, and we certainly had a little bit of the chain off the bicycle syndrome.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we talked about last year, very similar to this year as well, was a lot of really cool progress. This is a team. I asked them all at the end of like, where were you last year this time?
Mm-hmm.
Our 14-1s guys they lost in the finals of the bronze division last year at this event. 3 of my guys were playing in the NCAA Girls Power League Kickoff Tournament at San Jose.
So this is an improvement. Yeah.
All right.
One of them was playing in a girls' tournament in Washington.
That's wild.
Definitely a redemption arc.
And
there.
one of them wasn't playing volleyball at all.
Yep.
Right, so it was like a huge variety of where these kids have been at and what they were doing now.
It's so funny how that conversation keeps going at each level of like, I had the same conversation with Rafa of like, we're devastated after these losses because it hurts so bad. And then you're like, okay, let's talk about where you were at a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Like you're like the climb and the like trajectory of these kids, it happens so quickly when they get to a next level and a next level. And then it almost hurts worse at the next level. And it keeps becoming like something that they're reaching for. And it's just like it's cool that we all are kind of having those conversations of like, where were you at?
Yeah.
So
Jackson's ready. He's telling Chad it's your turn, and
it's your turn.
come
I
up
do
here.
need an
Move.
emotional support animal with you when we talk about.
Come on down. How we doing? Okay, I need you to lay down. That'd be great. All right, I'm moving the feet.
yeah, no
Oh,
pillows,
okay.
no pillows.
Okay. Impose your
full-
will.
Full butt slam. All right. That's
We thought this was Chad Cam. This is actually Jackson
This is,
Cam.
this is a good
it is.
camera. I can't wait to cut to this where he's just like, I don't care what you need right now. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, 17s. Good tournament. Won the silver division for us. That's not too bad right now. Played a really strong match against 949 in our day
We
two
were there
pool.
for that.
Yeah, we were up really big in the first. Like,
You had a lot of people there for that.
yeah, no, we were playing good ball. We had played our premier team, our twos team, right before, and got a good win against them because that's a really talented team. And then, things were kind of going our way against 949, and then all of a sudden, kind of death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah. They started chipping.
Yeah, and that's at that level, like that consistency is just how you end up on the on the podiums. So no, it was good. I mean, we finished out the tournament 2 wins, 2 3-setters. So parents, you got your money's worth. And I thought the best thing for us was like the last point to win the third, 15-12 against Barikan was setter digs. Great communication. Like Slover steps in, sets this great high ball, and Miguel like rips high flat off the hands, goes over the middle back's head. And we're like, the exact shit we've been like trying to work on.
Yeah.
Good.
Of like, guy digs, great communication. Here's this ball. Here's how you hit this thing. Like for that to like be that last point, I was like, oh, okay.
They're getting something.
We're getting better.
Yeah.
We're getting better. And of course for our guys, it's just, and for Alex and I too, right? It's frustrating because you see the success of everybody else in the club, and those guys want part of that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but it was a great step for sure.
Yep.
So
In due time, boys. In due time.
that's how it goes.
That's good. I mean, SoCal Cup on the whole, obviously a lot of there was some tension coming into the event with all of the wildfires and things going on around. And there are a few teams that dropped across the event. None of our teams dropped. We had a few families that did opt out. Not a ton.
I think that a lot of the teams that did drop were all some teams from like flying in.
Like they had more. There's definitely more to lose for them
Yeah, and
if
it
like
was
something did go wrong.
Totally. And like, so it was kind of more of a
Yeah.
situation there. But overall, packed convention center, there was nothing about downtown that I felt was much different than normal.
No, yeah, it was its own normal, crazy Los Angeles.
So let's talk about Los Angeles.
Man, oh man, yeah. Let's get into that, but
We-
but real quick, let me give you one thing here on just this general event. We've been there now. What four
Yeah,
or
it's been
5
about
times?
4 or 5
Yeah,
times.
last couple of years.
5 times, yeah.
I love me some Anaheim Convention Center. Like probably my favorite place of all time.
It's just
for
nostalgic.
an event.
You've played there.
The size,
Yeah,
the hotels,
yeah.
all the stuff that's around. It's also just very family friendly.
Disneyland.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
Disneyland
everybody
right
wins.
there. Even Vegas, at least like hotels. You're gonna have a ton of hotels. You're gonna have a ton of
People
food.
feel split on Vegas, though. I get that.
Yes,
Yeah.
everyone's flying in, but it's honestly it's cheaper than
No,
LA.
people feel split on Vegas in general of like bringing youth sporting
Right,
events
right.
into
Sin
Vegas. Like,
City.
whatever.
Well, downtown LA was
The worst city in
was
the country.
wild. Not because of wildfires, not because it was just wild because it was like an apocalyptic place for 3 days.
It's like somebody took a bunch of things in Sims and just dropped them all on the same place.
it was.
It's like, I'm going to add
respectful.
57 billboards on one building and it's going to be extra large, and there's going to be a little bit of space, and it's just going to and we're going to forget that we have to clean it.
Yeah, no, I guess some homeless lady was outside the hotel, was banging on one of the doors with the hammer. Security kind of shoos her away, goes around to the other side because the AC and the Mox are kind of like two things. Ends up coming back to the middle and just again, from our producer Bobby, just smashes this hammer into I don't know, it's a 20-foot piece of glass. So, people are walking out of the hotel in the morning. It's all taped up and whatever.
Gosh.
What happened here? Points to those guys. It was up and fixed by the end of the day.
Yeah.
But
they got a good glass guy down there.
The homeless hammer was coming in hot at at midnight or something like that.
Homeless hammer was crazy. We're walking out. I mean,
Did you get this on film when we were walking out?
Yes, I was filming a video.
Screamed.
I was filming a video of the hot dog cart vendors of
Hot dog,
hot dog, just getting berated for hot dogs.
Also, the smells of that make me want to vomit every single time.
The 7:15 a.m. bacon hot dog, and there's
I'm
always someone buying one.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
The smells of that make me want to buy one. What are you talking about?
No, not me.
I don't know which camera I need to look at, but
not me.
They're wrong. I haven't purchased one yet, but I'm overdue.
You're overdue for food poisoning.
Yeah,
man.
but was a hot dog for Halloween, as we'll all remember.
I love a hot dog. I just something about the smells of that at 7 a.m. when we've been drinking till 3 a.m.
You gotta want it.
Not for me.
Up your commitment level.
It's hilarious. I think it's very funny. So I was filming a video of it when we were walking out on day 3, and as I'm filming that video of everyone yelling hot dog, hot dog, hot dog at us, and literal explosion goes off right outside the convention center. I look over the sky, and there's just stuff
Smoke.
plume of smoke.
There's a plume of smoke, and there's these bags just drifting through the air. And we look over, and there's this whole group of adults on bikes. They just start
adults is a strong word.
Yeah, but they're not. It wasn't like
Old
12-year-olds.
kids.
It was like
20,
they're
like 20.
Sure.
Yeah, they're 20-year-olds ish, and they all just start scattering.
Yeah.
And you look over.
Everyone's going, don't be suspicious.
Yeah.
Don't be suspicious.
You look over. There is a concrete trash can that has been blown up. There was an literal explosive device inside of this trash can. They blew up. It must have been like a firework or something.
Center.
And it was the loudest bang of all time. It was just a spectacle.
If that would have happened somewhere else, it would have been potentially national news.
DC, Washington DC.
Yeah, 100%. If that would have happened,
that was business as usual down there.
We had to break the news on our podcast. That's how normal that is down there.
It was actually if that would have happened and there was a major event going on, the
Grammys, the Emmys, all that
Yes,
stuff's at the Peacock Theater right there.
That would have been
right there.
I really do think that's national news when something it could have killed somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
100% could have killed somebody.
Definitely. The massive concrete trash can was crumbled. That thing was put to abyss.
So all these stories short, this place is not a tourism place anymore.
It's definitely not my top choice. Let's just say that.
Is it in your bottom choice?
Oh yeah, I would take me to
is there
Anaheim,
a place that you would
San
rather
Diego,
not go?
Las Vegas.
In the country.
To be fair, I would rather fly to LA than connect pretty much anywhere.
Okay, that's okay. That I do.
Put on my Indiana
I do
sweatshirt
understand.
for this,
Okay,
for this
well,
episode.
okay. I do agree with that because the Indiana thing was ridiculous about how long it took.
Yeah, it
to
just
get
takes forever.
Yeah, I
So I'll
agree
deal
with
with
that.
that.
I'll deal with it, but we have got to get out of LA.
They're not going anywhere out of LA. We didn't even finish the last of the stories. The last night, the go-kart roundup was.
Oh my gosh, the go-kart roundup.
Yeah, I mean, so normally we've been there a few times, right? And so we have these guys that are on regular bikes, not bikes, but motorcycles, right? And it's a group of maybe 50 or 80 of them, and they'll just take over the street, and they'll be going, blowing past red lights, whatever. They're loud, but it's kind of fun, and they're hitting wheelies. That's cool. I'm used to that. We've done this before. This time, little solo Mario Kart kind of size
Go-karts,
little go-kart things. Yeah, you're flat on the ground. And there are these guys just doing these burnouts. I don't know, 50 or 80 people kind of in that mix. The cops, woo, 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 come on in. They try to kind of box them in. They're go-karts. They're faster than the little Ford Escapes. And So they're trying to round him up. They're like fleeing out the backside. They're going like under the little metal things. Like it's, the little arm doesn't need to go up if you're in a go-kart.
It's like Mad Max meets Mario Kart.
Basically, yeah. And now they're like blocking traffic on a pretty busy street. Like the cops are trying to kind of corral them, and they're like running up behind the cops, like on the little go-karts, like flipping them off, and then like going the other way because they're just maneuverable. Yeah, it was. What was the Joker? It was like the PG-13, I thought the R-rated version of Mario Kart. It's just, it's like Grand Theft Auto meets Mario Kart, basically. Yeah,
they had balloons on the back.
They honestly, they should have. That would have made it way more sense, but missed opportunity.
And this is just like
they were throwing street hot dogs rather than bananas.
Yeah. and to your point, like this is just whatever 1 p.m. on a
this is
Monday.
Just after pool play.
This was yesterday. Yeah, I mean,
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
what a time.
I get how hard the convention center booking like stuff is, but man, LA is maybe my least favorite.
Yeah. Well, just
the hotels.
Logistically speaking, the convention center is it's at its capacity for this event for what boys volleyball is.
How many
halls
courts?
being spread
How many
out.
Courts?
They've got to be like near 90-ish courts in there.
I think maybe 80 something.
Yeah, I mean, when you get banished to the West Hall, like the 15
I
Sid,
never went over there.
That's a tough time over there.
Yeah.
We too were banished.
Yes, yeah.
I got hit by more stray volleyballs in that place. I don't know if the level's just low over there, but like Jones got hit in the face. I got hit in the jaw.
Really?
Yeah, the court next to us.
The ball control's not great.
Look, it's just you need to sign a waiver to go in the West Hall.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So I mean, the real part of it is the hotel situation. Hotels are very tough in LA.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's attached. There's small ones that are close in walking distance. No one will work with you. No one wants to give you a block bigger than like 20 rooms. And so it's just it's logistically for clubs, it's difficult. I would love to get back to a place where you're at Anaheim because Anaheim is one of the largest convention centers, so you can scale up into it. Hotels are obviously abundant and close and everywhere, and it's just way more family friendly. But yeah, that's the other reason why I said about Vegas. It's like Vegas is less family friendly, but at least everyone's like you're attached.
Yeah, I'd way rather go to Vegas. You have a choice of where to stay. You have a choice of like what you want to do. The casinos are the casinos.
But theoretically, yes, you can get a lot. There's a lot more ways you can get in trouble in Vegas if you are inclined to that lifestyle.
You could probably get in trouble in downtown Los Angeles too.
Pretty sure that downtown LA
you may have missed the bomb that went off.
Yeah,
I would rather my kids walk from the Mandalay Bay to the convention center than my kids walk from the JW Marriott to.
There's
the
more
LA
security in these casinos.
There's no way.
Let's get into the meat and potatoes of what we do. New AVCA rankings.
Let's go.
UCLA lost badly, by the way, to Ohio State. It was an ugly loss. And so we have a new number one. According to the AVCA, our new number one and favorite for the national championship is Long Beach State.
How many people voted for Long Beach?
I think there's 23 votes, and Long Beach State got 22 of them.
Who got
Meaning
one?
there's one rogue vote out there. We'll get to it. Long Beach State, number one. Irvine, number two. UCLA drops back to number three. Hawaii hangs at number four still.
Okay.
Number five is BYU, who is the lone other number one ranked team. They got one singular vote for first place. We can put on our tin hats and make a conspiracy theory on who we think that is.
So BYU got the one vote.
BYU is the other team that received a vote for number one. This is a ranking by the coaches they get to kind of cast their vote for 1 through 20, and then they tally up those numbers, and that's how they kind of certify the rankings. So when you get a number one vote, they put that in there. I'm just explaining for
all the people that need to know.
For our
somebody voted for BYU. Was it you?
It was Keone for sure.
I think that it was. I mean, it's got to be BYU, right?
Vote for yourself?
Yeah.
I wonder what that, what's that? They used to publish the results. Bring that back. Give me some transparency. I want to see who voted for who.
We don't like any non-transparency.
That way we could call out the people who are just doing a bad job voting of they're just not paying attention, obviously.
Just copied and pasted from last week.
Yeah, last week. And then if they saw that UCLA lost, they adjusted. But
do you think Knipe is someone who wouldn't vote for
That was
team at one.
That was one of the things I was thinking. Was like maybe Knipe voted for
As
BYU.
a joke.
No, just to give his team something else of like, you're not unanimous.
Oh, I love that.
You know, you're not a unanimous number one.
Yeah.
And this
like,
team's undefeated.
No, I voted for us.
And also, aren't they playing BYU? Like, no, it's not this week or next week.
I was like, that's a funny
That
one.
would have been
That
one.
would've been
That
funny.
would've
No,
been
they
something.
play.
They play Irvine this
or-
week.
No,
BYU does. Long Beach plays
Long Beach plays
Pepperdine.
Pepperdine. Correct.
God, I'm an almanac of
You
men's
just
volleyball
studied
knowledge
right
now.
before this.
Yeah.
Or you might be confidently wrong. We're not actually sure.
No,
We're not
I'm
fact checking this at
actually-
all.
That's true. I'm
Actually
not
right.
fact checking it.
You're wrong. I'm right. Nice try.
Pretty good.
That's not bad.
What do we think? What do you think about these rankings? Any adjustments? I think Stanford bumped up to 9 after beating Penn State, Ohio State. Loyola's the 10. No, the 8. That I'm not confident on. But I know that Ball State stayed above Stanford still.
Lame.
No thoughts.
They lost to BYU.
They lost to BYU,
Mhm.
and they stayed.
Yeah, BYU's ahead of them. So
BYU's number one,
According to
one
maybe
person.
Ball State voted for them as number 1.
classic Donan.
Donan could have
Ah.
been like, we lost to the number 1 team. Yeah.
Game theory.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only UCLA I've watched was really that, like, I watched half of the Ohio State one.
That was the bad game to watch.
That was, but I think a pretty telling game to watch. I mean, I don't know. Like,
They didn't play that great at the beginning of last year, too.
they have some stuff they got to figure out. Like,
Yeah.
without Champlin, like, they're
Yeah.
not passing the rock very
100%. That's the biggest thing I saw.
well. Like Rowan is still playing really fast. Like, Ido David, like, hit a lot of balls out of bounds. I thought that was pretty interesting. Like, both lefts did some, like, really impressive stuff, and then, like, just soft block.
Yeah.
They had a couple defensive plays where they like just fumbled the ball. Like they had absolute golden opportunities and whiffed it. But yeah, I think the biggest thing, I agree, was there just doesn't look like they have a glue guy. Like Champlin was 100% their glue guy last year, made the team go. Even when they struggled, they were always in it, and they always looked together. They looked put together. Even when they weren't, like, the chain wasn't fully on the bike, they still looked like they could beat anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder who's the leader on that team right now.
Yeah, who steps in to fill the role? I don't know.
Interesting.
Is it Cooper Robertson? Is it Rowan? Is it I don't know. I don't know who fills that role, and that I'm sure will become more clear. But that was, and that's sports. Someone's going to have to fill into that to be a top team. Yeah. But it was clear, and it was a testament, I think, to Champlin of how important he was for that squad.
Alex Knight too.
And let's not discount Knight also. Two guys that Knight didn't play as big of a all around role, but when he was plugged in, as was shown by his most outstanding player of the tournament, he was a super stable. And
That should be an award given, most outstanding stability.
Most
stable human.
Most stable stability.
We got some big matchups this week, though, that I'm very much looking forward to.
I'm trying to go to a Long Beach game. I think that Long Beach is just
we could do it.
So exciting.
Oh,
now.
I definitely want to go to a Long Beach game, no doubt. I wonder when we go down there for the Equinox tournament.
I wonder if that's the same. We should look at that.
You want to do a celeb shot again?
No, I'll be in Poland.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, sorry.
We can go.
Yes, we can.
Or you guys can come to Poland.
Nah.
I'd also like to do that.
I'd like to do that too, but we'll go to that Equinox tournament.
I can take a hint.
Yep.
Cool.
The matchup of the week for me is none other than the UC Irvine Anteaters playing the BYU Storm and Mormons. It's at Irvine, and I think it's going to be a show. BYU's kind of running the gauntlet the next 2 weeks. They got Irvine, and then Charlie Wade and the Rainbow Warriors are coming to town to play BYU at BYU in 2 weeks, which your boy Keone's had circled on the calendar for the moment he entered the transfer portal and decided on BYU. So some big time matchups for them. And then the other matchup, and I'll let you guys layer on your thoughts here. We got USC, number 6, going to have their first real test. Taking on my boys, CSUN at number 15 at the Matadome for the first one.
Oh, they're getting smoked.
You think so?
SC's getting smoked.
You think SC's getting smoked?
It's happening.
I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to root against CSUN at the Matadome for
That's
me.
what I'm saying.
I think that is but this is the test, right? Like, is USC legit? Can they handle a
I don't
team
know
with
if
that
this
much
says
firepower?
if USC is legit or not.
Yes, this is the only match that will matter.
This will determine everything.
Yeah, I don't think that this is definitely a if they don't win, they're not. But like if they win,
Oh, not conclusive.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
not
a
conclusive.
conclusive.
No, for sure. But
game.
I would say USC for the past couple of years has been
Underwhelming.
they've been up and down. Like they can beat
Sure.
they beat Irvine last year,
Totally.
but they take your pick of who they lose to, right? Like
Yeah.
they're just an up and down team. To be at number 6, to be in that top grouping, they're going to need to be at a really high, consistent level. Can they, even if they lose to a CSUN at home? I think CSUN's underseeded. If they go toe to toe with CSUN at the Matadome and then get a win at home, okay, like that's a legitimate team for sure. But CSUN's going to be a major test because they're veterans. They game like they will talk a bunch of shit and they will back it up.
So will SC.
Yeah, exactly. But will they back it up is still the TBD question mark. Because they can do it, but they can also flounder in it as well. So it's a good test. I think that'll be a really good early season matchup for two programs that I think could make some waves this year. USC to kind of meet the expectations, and for CSUN to showcase like we're the real deal. And I think they are like we kind of talked about one of the first episodes was just that of the juggernaut slayers, I think CSUN's one of them because they can get hot enough. They can play at a level just emotionally that will take them really far. But it's kind of like driving your car on NOS, right? Like to quote Daniel Rosai, you can definitely hit the NOS and like hit that turbo speed, but if you run on NOS the entire time, your car's going to fall apart. Like that's what kind of CSUN has reminded me of as well. So I'm interested to see what they can bring out of this.
We get it. You love CSUN.
Well, yeah, this is clear. We saw my boy Neil this weekend too. Neil Finnegan, shout out. That's my guy. You guys have any thoughts on those top matchups? Anything that you're looking forward to seeing in these?
I like the Irvine matchup. I think that'll be a good,
Yeah,
just
I do
another good indicator, right? Of like, hey, like these guys were serious last year. They're serious again this year. And then we'll see how that weekend goes.
I'm interested to see if Pepperdine can do anything against Long Beach.
Yeah.
I think that
Pepperdine's taking on Long Beach.
Pepperdine is an interesting one that like hasn't been showcased at all.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're at like elite level.
Yeah, not juggernauts, but
I don't know if they can get one off somebody. I'm a little confused. I need to see more Pepperdine, and so I'm interested to see if it's just a 3-0 clap, or if it's actually something.
Yeah. What's the level of resistance? Can they?
Yeah.
What can they do?
For sure.
Also, I mean, for Long Beach too. Yes, they obviously have some very juggernaut tendencies.
They've got some. They've got some.
I want to see what Lewis took a game off of them at Lewis. What does their consistency look like? Are they? I don't think any team is unbeatable at any point. Like Nigilov obviously is a beast. From watching that Lewis game against Long Beach State, he kind of willed them to the finish line.
Yeah.
But I think there's someone out there that's going to take him down this year, and let's not be surprised when it does happen.
I think it's also an interesting one because teams kind of fall in these different categories, right? You have like a Stanford who's very young, right? And these guys are like, hey, we're putting our stamp out here, and like let's go, show these guys what we can do, and get some nice wins over teams like Ohio State. You have some squads that are maybe more like Irvine, where it's actually a lot of the same characters from last year, right?
Yeah.
And they keep a lot of their pins and all that, so you knew that they were good, and could they get over the hump last year? Okay, no. They push again, in year 2. And then you have some UCLAs, some BYUs, some, I guess Long Beach is probably a pretty good example of, they retain a lot of talent, but even Long Beach, right? Like they've lost a lot of really good players too.
Yes, yeah.
And so, you may have a talented setter, but like these guys are also still finding their footing against really strong teams. And, so like the same way we saw UCLA kind of flounder this past weekend, it's really like, can these staffs find their footing and get the ship going in a good direction with what is admittedly a lot of changes.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
We'll see.
I think USC falls in that kind of category as well, right? You've got those groups that you're melding a lot of new pieces together, or melding different pieces together, and you're trying to find all that balance as you're working through the course of a season. That's where the Penn States of the world have a great advantage, right? You just got to get through your tournament.
Yep.
Right? But for the Big West and the MPSF, it is very much you got to perform right now.
Yeah.
You got to win these out of conference matches because you can't risk losing the tournament at the end of
Correct.
the year and not getting that at large. There's just not enough. There's not enough leash for you to flounder.
And that's why we bet the house on the Matadors.
Yes.
I'm on
Bring
the
it
train.
all.
I'm on the train.
Bring it all.
Why
I'm
not?
telling you, we need to make a trip. We got to make a trip to the Matadome.
We were not that far away
You could have
yesterday.
Yes, but I had a job to do yesterday.
yeah.
I want a full
You want
I
the
wanna-
full experience.
I want to go, and I want Alex Jones to take
Oh,
me
God.
Yeah.
to the local watering
Oh
hole.
God.
With Faulkner.
Yeah,
all the
yeah. What am I
boys,
talking
yeah,
about?
Obviously.
I need Faulkner there,
Yeah,
100%. I want to sit in the stands.
Kyle Stevenson.
I could, yeah,
man,
Kyle.
we're
Kyle,
gonna, it's gonna be
you're
a
invited.
crew.
I would like Kyle to come. Who else could we name?
Those-
Travis McGorian.
There you go.
Can I get some other? What other CSUN legends can we pull out of the woodwork here? That really tall
That
Polish
really
middle
tall
blocker
Polish
that had a
guy,
wicked
yeah.
floatzer, whatever his name was. I want that guy too. Yeah.
They had some
Settled.
big dudes.
Other national championships this
Yeah,
week.
UDA national championships happened.
I'm sorry. What is that?
That's a fake name.
Guys,
College football national championship
if
happened.
you know anything about the most important sporting event that happened this weekend, it was not the college football national championships. It was the dance national championships in Orlando. And just like we go to Orlando.
Is this the one where they jump in the ocean? No, that's a different one.
That's the
It's the JUCO one.
actually, I don't know.
Are there beaches? There's not beaches in Orlando.
No.
Not historically.
There are alligators though. Look out.
There were swamps
What
everywhere.
what beach do they go to?
I feel like it's
They
like
go to Orlando.
Palm
It's Wide
Beach or
World
something.
of Sports, and then they run into the ocean after. But what ocean? Is it like a fake ocean?
Call in if you know.
Wait, I'm super confused about that. I'm gonna look that up after this. Well, dance national championships happened, and UNLV won hip hop, and Ohio State won jazz, and the Ohio State jazz one was amazing. I know nobody gives an actual flying F about any of this, but I do.
No, I'm intrigued. Is there NIL for college dance?
Yeah,
Are they paying for top talent?
100%.
You say that very confidently.
Shocker.
100%.
How much
But
is
Ohio
the top?
State is good at it.
Yeah, how much is the top?
These girls are more influencer than anybody in volleyball. 100%.
Great. What's
Now
the,
my whole For You page right now is all dance right now, and that's actually exactly where I want my For You page to be. I don't want it to change at all.
that's funny. My whole For You page is alligators and orcas.
So the usual.
Yeah, I can't stop watching alligators and orcas, which
I
makes
think-
sense because Florida, same thing.
I
you know?
think of For You page like what's actually going on inside people's brains, and so like in my brain is like national championship dance competitions. In your brain is just alligators and orcas.
Yeah, throwing some like
What's in your brain?
bodybuilding.
I don't have TikTok. So.
Okay, but like what's in your brain of like what do you get fed?
Instagram.
content-wise
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
Instagram
on
Reels.
Instagram.
Oh, it's like Nakoba and like Nakoba adjacent stuff.
So you're just volleyball.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like someone was asking, like, hey, like, how's life going? And I was like, well, I'm coaching. We're doing this AI business in
it's
volleyball.
All
We have a
volleyball.
podcast that I drive down to Morgan Hill for once a week
It's about
to talk about mostly volleyball. My girlfriend also coaches volleyball. And then some afternoons I go play some beach volleyball. So,
Can I eat volleyball for dinner?
Mom, DoorDash founder, volleyball guy. Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. We can get you some volleyball shaped dino nuggets.
Honestly, yeah.
If you could be if you could be like separated from volleyball, what would you like? Do you have any hobbies?
I swear I used to, and now I don't
And
know.
now I don't know.
I don't know. Because even like the analytics stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna
Turned
like
it
post
into
some stuff.
volleyball.
Yeah, well now it's volleyball. Yeah, because like quit the real job that was like business intelligence stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, don't do that anymore. Don't go to like those conferences
Conferences,
anymore, which is
We
fine.
all need to pick up.
He's niching down over there. Chad's just niching down.
What if we all pick up one hobby this year that is non-volleyball?
I have mine.
Orcas.
CSUN. I'm gonna have the greatest compilation end of year video of me plugging CSUN in like 70 episodes.
And us just cackling at it.
They better not blow it. Did we pick a national champion?
Oh, you guys want to do that now?
I have.
We don't have to. We could wait until later in the season when we're
Let's
more
let the-
secure in our.
I feel
Should
like
we wait till after the national championship to pick our national
I
champion?
feel confident that I could do that.
Do you want? Do you feel confident?
let's do an early season one. We'll do a mid-season form. We'll see
If
where
it's
everyone's
changed.
at. Right? Like,
Okay.
yeah, and then we'll
Okay,
go.
so we're 2 weeks into the season.
Yeah, we're coming up on week 3 here.
Okay, I'll go first. I think it's NIF. I think it's Irvine. I think based on what I saw with UCLA, a lot of unanswered questions.
Whoa.
Have the roster to do it. It's a tough problem to solve. There's a lot of expectations. It's tough if you don't have a bunch of senior leadership or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think Irvine has the experience.
Damn.
I think they're overdue. I'm taking it now.
I like that.
I love that.
They were my Big West champion pick. I'm going to go the opposite. I got Irvine winning the Big West tournament, and I got Long Beach winning the national championship. For the early season of what I've seen this far, I'll go with Long Beach, but I do love the Irvine pick.
Where does CSUN finish for you?
Second.
CSUN making the tournament?
CSUN out of the Big West. I think I had them. Where did I put them? I think I put them third.
So not making the
Could make
Sure.
it.
Biggest snub.
Yeah, they're.
He has
call it. I do,
CSUN as
yeah.
the biggest
Yeah.
snub.
I got CSUN. I probably got CSUN as the first one out. Yeah, first one out.
Ugh,
That's what I'd say. But like, can you get 3 Big West teams in there?
I think it'd be tough. It's a tough
it
sell.
would be tough.
Yeah.
CSUN would have to beat
But I mean-
everybody.
But if UCLA has a couple more bad losses and they end up winning the tournament, or Stanford or whatever, or whoever, USC, whatever it may be, like I could see a Big West getting 3
It's possible.
because Big West, I don't know. Yeah, I agree. It's probably tough, but yeah, I got CSUN as my 3 in the Big West. I got them taking down Hawaii.
Ooh, interesting.
Hawaii's got to go to the Matadome this year,
Yeah.
so that's why I go there.
I'm gonna pick. I want to pick something that you guys don't pick, but I'm gonna pick Long Beach still because
We could all do a dark horse pick too.
Loyola.
Stanford.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, that's a good one.
Homer pick. Love that.